Hi. My name is Jennifer, and I have to tell you what happened to me in my English class a couple semesters ago. I handed in this paper, and I thought it was great, except my professor gave it back to me and told me that he thought I had cheated. He thought that I had bought it off the internet or something. I told him I didn't. I told him that I wrote it. But my professor said that my bibliography showed that the paper had been written the year before. Like, what does that have to do with anything? I was getting mad by this point. I mean, I wrote it. But he was nice, and let me look at the bibliography with him. I had used some websites as sources for my paper, and when you cite a website you have to put the date you used the website in the citation. Which I did. Really? Yeah, okay, I'll be honest. I wrote the paper when I was a senior in high school. That's why the access dates for the websites in my bibliography were a year old. I didn't understand at first why I was being accused of cheating. After all, I wrote the paper. And it kind of fit the assignment. Sort of. So what's the big deal? It turns out that by using a paper that I had written for another class, I had violated Manor College's academic honesty policy. Honestly, I didn't know anything about this policy, but now I've learned to always read through a school student handbook. That's where you can learn everything you need to know about academic policies. There are two parts to the academic honesty policy. The first deals with things like the dumb thing I did. You can't make up data, and you can't take work you did for one class and submit it in another. The second deals with plagiarism, which is using someone else's words or ideas without acknowledgement. The easiest example I can give you about plagiarism is when you go to something on the internet and just cut and paste stuff into your paper. But it also includes using pictures from Google and not citing them, and buying papers from people on the internet. So what's the worst that can happen? Well, with my mistake, my professor was really nice and let me redo the paper, although he did lower my grade by 10 points. I was lucky. Manor College's policy is that your professor can fail you for the assignment, and not be nice like my professor was. If you cheat or plagiarize a second time in the same class, you can fail the class and maybe even be dismissed from the college. So here's a couple of things you can do now so you don't make the same kind of mistake I did. Your professor might not be as nice as mine was. Watch the video right below me to learn how easy it is to paraphrase something, which is a skill you need to learn to avoid plagiarizing. Then read through the 4 really easy things you can do while you are doing your research that will help prevent plagiarism. And just stop cutting and pasting. You do know you're not in high school anymore. Figure out how to take notes, and use them in your writing. Give yourself time to do the research and writing that makes a good paper. And ask for help if you need it. Your professor or the librarian are good sources of help. If you do get caught cheating or plagiarizing, don't call mommy or daddy for help. Admit that you made a mistake, like I did, and learn not to do it again. Using a paper for more than one class might be the easy way out, but I didn't learn anything by doing it, and I kind of wasted my tuition money. I mean, really, I am paying good money to learn something new. After you have watched the video and read through the 4 easy things, be sure to take the quiz at the bottom of this tutorial. Bye-bye.